Okay, thank you for tuning into video number 2. All right, so we were just getting ready to go into this card here, the Moon Maiden, about new beginnings. And this is card number 41. 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is a number of change and transformation in numerology. And the first thing that I'm looking at in this card is this huge moon, right? And the interesting thing is that she looks almost like she's underwater, but we know the moon is, in space. And so it's very like a dreamy energy, very Neptunian. She's also sort of got like feathers, it looks like, on her, or wings maybe. So perhaps this is some sort of transitioning type of time to make changes or transforming and becoming something else, something new, something elevated, ascension. Let's see what this new beginnings is talking about. It's been a while since I pulled this card. I can't quite remember this one either. So it does come to us from the Shaman's Dream Oracle deck by Alberto Villoldo and Colette Baron-Reid. It says here, the Moon Maiden arrives to offer you a new beginning, a new face and facet of yourself that is aching to be shown to the world. Those qualities that you have been quietly cultivating are ready for the limelight. The secrecy was important, for it protected your new face and kept what was precious close to your heart. But now it is time to come forward in full splendor. Announce the new you to yourself first. Reveal it slowly to the world like the waxing moon. Allow others to be surprised by how mature and grown up this side of you is. Now it's time to set yourself free. The Moon Maiden belongs only to herself, and she is summoning the parts of you that challenge convention, that refuse to be intimidated, and that cannot be tamed or put inside a golden cage. The Moon Maiden invites you to shine with your own light, to have radiant curiosity, and to ask anyone who offers you a mouthful of dogma, why do you believe this is so? Question everything others assume as a given, and do not collude with the drama around you. Become an unpredictable being, yet an eminently reliable friend. The Moon Maiden invites you to answer only to yourself and reminds you that you are not anyone's property. Be true to your soul's calling, even as some around you in a relationship or a job want to capture your light inside a bottle. You know how to rise to the occasion just as unfailingly as the moon does. When the time comes, you return to darkness and become enshrouded in mystery until you are ready to return. Wow, okay. That's pretty deep, pretty heavy. It kind of makes me feel like this sort of unfolding of this new part of you. Perhaps you learned a new talent. Maybe you took some lessons and maybe didn't tell everybody about it. And so there's this kind of unfolding, this new discovery of these parts of you that have been integrated and are ready to come out and be revealed. So there's a revealing taking place. Also, I'm getting, it's unique, like you're dancing to the beat of your own drum. And maybe that's new for you, or maybe it's a little bit scary. It can be a little bit scary if it's like, well, I don't know how people are going to take this. But, in all honesty, you don't have to prove anything to anyone. And so if this card is speaking to you, however that is, take it, because that's your message. If it's resonating with you, take that information. So we have the tarot cards to come out to clarify this is number 1, the Page of Swords here was the first one to come out. And this could mean that you kind of have a new idea. And it could also mean that you may have something that involves some kind of an internet presence, maybe a new business venture, new creative endeavor. It could also mean that, see how he's like really big? He's kind of like standing tall up in the clouds. It could also mean that you're standing up for your new idea. You're standing up for this new version of yourself that you're showing to the world. And followed by the Seven of Wands. Yeah, that makes me definitely think that you may have to stand your ground on something. Maybe that's going to be a little bit of a shocking revelation to people. I'm not getting Tower so much energy from that, but I'm getting sort of like this unexpected and like, wait, what are you doing kind of thing, And like the card was saying, you don't have to answer to anybody. If that's your jam, get down on it, do your thing. And so if you have to stand up for yourself, do it. The universe has your back on that. And then we have Six of Swords. It looks to me like if somebody close to you or somebody is kind of like, what are you doing? That's weird, or that's different. You've never done that before. the problem is not with you, it's with them. They kind of have to just do a little readjustment. But it won't take long because you have Six of Swords, which means that you're moving on to calmer waters. You're charting a new path. You're charting a new course. And if you can see, the water back here is very calm. There's a lot of that calm water. There's only a little bit of this little turbulent water, so it's not going to take a long time. It's going to be something that passes fairly quickly. And the Wheel of Fortune. So the time has come. The universe is saying it's time. And again, the universe has your back. This is your moment. You no longer have to be worried about any sort of Ten of Swords energy, backstabbing, betrayal. It's possible, I'm getting a side message, this isn't going to resonate with everybody, it's very specific, but I'm getting that you felt for a time that you were betraying yourself by not revealing this part of you when it was ready to come out. I feel like this wasn't the first time universe was like, oh, come on, you can do it. Come out of your little shell, little birdie, or come out of your little flower. It's time to unfold. You know, let the petals open up, you know, rise up, sleepyhead kind of thing. And so there was some sort of maybe a little bit of self-betrayal that happened. But that's over now, so you don't have to worry about that anymore. This recognizing your part, yourself, and reintegrating, maybe not reintegrating, possibly, but integrating these newfound parts of you to become the whole person is beautiful, and it's honoring your true self. It seems like here there may have been some devil energy, because we do have the devil card. It speaks of codependency. It speaks of being in bondage, contracts. You could have had some maybe like former karmic sort of things that needed to be resolved. There could have also been codependency, could have been some control issues, negative thought patterns, those things that you had to like break aside and put down and put behind you and rise above and heal those parts. And it could have been painful because it looks like you may have had to let some relationships go in order to do that. And sometimes that can be challenging and hard. And it doesn't mean that we're necessarily walking away from people, but we could be walking away from various types of energy. So just keep that in mind. And people can change. If you, and I'm getting sort of like this, could have been like walking away from family members or people that were at one time close to you, because this guy's wearing his robes of mourning, but behind him, there's 2 cups still standing and also this bridge. So he can cross over to this positive mindset over here, to these cups that are standing, these cups that do have emotional fulfillment, can walk away from these things that were not fulfilling and put that behind him. But from specifically, I'm getting this something about negative patterning, programming, maybe even some sort of like mental abuse or like cut down. I'm hearing cut downs, like someone said mean things to you growing up. So anyways, that to me is very like people that know you, people from the past, could be family that you had to like maybe sever some ties or just make some distance, which is fine. That helped you move out of that devil energy. And to a new beginning, we have the Fool card here. So you were able to move from that, heal it, reintegrate those broken parts of you, probably did some shadow work and healed it, and now you're ready for a new beginning. And that's beautiful. And that's great. Congratulations if that's resonating with you. And here again, we have a lot of yellow energy. So this is beautiful. A lot of yellow out here. Okay. All right. I feel like we need to talk about Dua Cool. Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. And Dharma, apparently, I mean, I don't know everything there is to know about it, but from my current knowledge, Dharma happens after karma. So like healing karma, healing ancestral karma, that sort of thing. After that happens, Dharma happens. And Dharma is like the right way of living right, something like that. So let's see what his card said. And his card comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle Cards deck by Kyle Gray. And I won't read the whole thing. I'm just going to read what his message says. His message says, when Dwa Kul appears in a reading, he reminds you that your path is unfolding as it should. Take one step at a time and remember that your only spiritual function is to be happy. You are a powerful person with many lessons under your belt and a real capacity to share your wisdom with the world. Take the time to go over what you have learned recently. Recognize the strengths it has brought you and acknowledge where you have been courageous. Dwa Kul is now working with your angel guides to help your journey unfold like a beautiful lotus flower, one petal at a time. And that's beautiful because I really did get the image of a lotus flower unfolding when I was like, wake up, sleepyhead. So that's interesting. Very cool energy, Dwa Kul. Thank you for bringing that to us. Next, I want to talk about Shekinah. I love this card. I think it's so beautiful. The Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit. Express your gifts. Dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Beautiful. All right, so let me pull this one up here and see what she has to say. It says here, it also comes to us from the Keepers of the Light Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. It says here, the Shekinah is the twin flame of the Holy Spirit. It is the female aspect of the God particle or creation energy. She is more of an essence than a being, but has the ability to show herself in ways that we will understand. She is acknowledged in the sacred teachings of Judaism and also called the Sophia of Christ in Gnostic Gospels. She is a powerful female voice of spirit who is here to bring about equality and to help the world move on from the male-only image of God. She reminds us that God is all-loving and all-accepting. Whenever she appears in a reading, she points out the change makers, the love creators, and gift sharers of the world who are here to unite all hearts around the world. Her extended message says, don't feel the need to hold back or dampen your spirit. This is a time to celebrate. There is a feeling of dance and joy around you at this time as you fully recognize your splendor. You are a sacred being who defies gravity every day just by being alive and brings a sense of balance and equality to the world. Ooh, that's beautiful. I love that. Yes, thank you for bringing that message to us, Shekinah. All right, last and not least, we have Lord Shiva. He's come out quite a few times. He speaks of transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force. Steps are being given. Dance with the universe. So again, I'm getting this very divine feminine, divine masculine sort of duo happening here. It's sort of like this intertangling of energy. And it almost like when we look at the caduceus wand over here, how it kind of spirals up together, almost like a DNA strand is what it feels like with these two. Here we go. These two right here, it feels like they're intertwined together. There's some sort of entanglement. And it says here, let me pull up Lord Shiva's card because, like I said, it's been a while since he has come out in a reading. Again, Keepers of the Light Oracle by Kyle Gray, and it says, Shiva is one of India's trinity of male god figures. He's depicted wearing a cobra around his neck, representing his capacity to tame fear or the ego. Surrounded by stars, showing his connection to the cosmos, and holding a trident, acknowledging the three aspects of divine masculine power in India: creator, preserver, and destroyer. He's known as the destroyer because of his warrior-like energy and ability to destroy fear. He is a facet of the divine father energy and offers paternal protection, support, and guidance. He's also acknowledged as the cosmic dancer because he helps coordinate the interaction between Earth and the cosmos. He has the capacity to help us move beyond the fear of failure and into clarity and connection. His extended message says, Lord Shiva is with you right now to awaken your sense of connection to life itself. You are moving through a deep transition, and things will be clearer from this point. You will know exactly what you need to do and where you need to be. This is a powerful time as you will transcend the limitations that others have set for you. It is a time of innovation, ideas, stargazing, soul traveling, and soul revealing. Shiva, the Lord of Dance, is here with his sacred sound of Om to lead the way. That's awesome, you guys. Wow. Whew. This is some energy, man. I wish you guys could feel this. Woo-wee. Yeah, get out, dance. If any of this is resonating with you, move your body, listen to your favorite song on the radio, sing in the car. I don't care who's watching, it's that kind of energy. It's really great. Very positive. So we have two final oracle cards. One of them came out under Shekinah, which is really beautiful because I think Shekinah is actually a Hebrew word or Hebraic or something like that, Aramaic, Hebrew. Anyways, I think it means the light in that language, Shekinah. So, or like holy light or something, but inner light, something like that. But when this card came out for her, I was like, oh yeah, that's kind of perfect. It's all about the solar light upgrade. So we have something happening, and we have all this yellow up here. So it tells me there's very much something going on with our solar plexus chakra also. And it says, and this came out right here, solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, willpower. So there's something big to this. I'm excited to read it. So let's dig in. This one comes to us. Which one does it come to us from? It's not that one. Let me get the right little book here. Oh, I hope I didn't mess it up. Bear with me 1 second. I know I marked it and then my little placeholder fell out. That's what happened. It's okay. I'm determined. Thank you for bearing with me, guys. All right. Gateway of Light Activation, Oracle Guidebook by Kyle Gray. Solar Light Upgrade. The solar plexus chakra is found just above the belly button in the pit of the stomach. It's the energetic gateway that governs our gut, our instincts, and on an energetic level, our willpower and drive. This space can be described as a glowing sun. It is a space of warmth that gives us the necessary focus and energy to fulfill our purpose and realize our dreams. When the solar light gateway opens, our solar plexus becomes an infinite well of light. All right, let me turn the page. And I have great news, you guys. I did order a camera stand. So as soon as I put that thing together, we're not going to have to worry about turning pages with one hand anymore. So, all right, continuing on. In the pit of our being, this is a source of daily inspiration and ancient wisdom. When we feel our willpower increasing, we are remembering that we have prepared for many incarnations for the opportunities we have today. In order to connect, place both your hands on the pit of your stomach, breathe to them, visualizing a great fiery light switching on. Call your solar power up and out. All right. Your message, the light of the great central sun is shining on you, activating you to push onward and create. This is a perfect time to move forward with projects, goals, and intentions. Don't forget, guys, tomorrow night is the new moon, so this is the perfect time to start setting intentions. If you have to write it on your calendar, set a reminder in your phone, ask Siri or Alexa or whatever to remind you, do so. It's a great opportunity for this intention setting. And this is like really captivating and capturing that energy. So do it. Align your energy with whatever you're ready to create and experience. Focus on what you are ready to grow and where you are ready to expand. As you focus on your goals, you are giving them energetic encouragement to flourish and open like the warm summer sun kissing the ground, encouraging the flowers to grow and bloom. That sunlight has arrived. It's here in you now. Awesome. That's really great energy. It's really, really quite beautiful. So the cards that came out in the tarot to clarify this card, number one was Nine of Swords. So perhaps there was some sort of, because there's so much purple here, I'm getting like crown chakra, and both of their heads have moons on them. So there was a lot of like high priestess energy coming through, a lot of intuition. But perhaps there was a moment in time, or perhaps recently, there was some sort of mental block, and it was all a self-imposed mental block. You notice here she's got ropes around her, or like these binds, whatever's binding her. It's like she put it on herself. She could just easily get out of this, like just move your arms and wiggle these bandages off or whatever that is around her. Did I say nine? I meant Eight of Swords, I'm sorry. So Eight of Swords, yes. So that's self-imposed, like a mental prison or mental trap. And I know we talked about with this stack over here, how somebody, whoever that stack resonated with, really overcame some negative programming. And it took a lot of work, right? So perhaps this is talking about that, referring back to that recent overcoming a lot of that mental mental anguish, mental prison kind of thing, self-imposed, getting out of it. Like, just tear those bandages off. You don't need that. So this energy is no longer going to impact you because now you've risen above it. And look, the World card is out. So that means a new cycle is beginning. So you're able to heal that, put it behind you, and the world, the universe noticed, and you have a new cycle beginning. Good things are coming. Congratulations. You have Two of Wands here, so you may be going on a trip soon. You may have an upcoming journey ahead of you. You see here, he's got the world in his hand. He's very focused. He's got his eyes on the prize. To me, he's looking like at his destination. He's made his choice. He perhaps maybe thought between two different places to go, or two different avenues to take, two different types of journeys. Like, do I go this way? Do I go that way? And keep in mind, if you are kind of at an impasse or a crossroads where you're thinking, well, I might do this or I might do that, there's no bad decision, right? What is for us is always going to be for us. It's always going to come to us. It can't be denied to us. And whatever decision you pick is the right decision. Sometimes we pick a decision that just takes a little bit longer to get us to where we need to go, right? So you're picking the right decision. And here we had another Two of Cups. This is another Two of Cups. This is confirmation that this here we have two people. This is a divine union, a divine sort of relationship. And if you're not paired up and don't want to be paired up, then this would mean your masculine and your feminine energies are equally balanced. And Shekinah talked a lot about bringing in equanimity and balancing out, right? If you are paired up, or if you're not paired up and you're gonna be paired, or you want to be paired up, it could speak of a new relationship coming in that's going to be equal, balanced, fully reciprocated. They're only going to have eyes for you, that kind of thing. They're going to give you their full cup of love. You're going to give them your full cup of love. It's going to be all the love, right? If you're currently paired up, and this is kind of a side note, if you're currently paired up and you're kind of feeling like in limbo, like we talked about with the other Two of Cups that came out, this is just further confirmation that there's something growing between you. Something is improving, and you're sort of in a pause kind of moment, but it's not a real pause, not a true pause. Maybe it's just like a slowing down. But there's something growing between you, some like big love happening. So this could be like some sort of ascension thing going on in your relationship. Take it as it resonates. There's a Ten of Wands here. You put in a lot of hard work on something, and I have a feeling it has to do with your inner growth. And it's starting to pay off. It's not a burden for you. You were equipped with a strong back to be able to get through this, but you don't have to carry it forever. It's time. You've risen up to whatever it is that happened, and you can now put those wands down. Because judgment has been called. This is another divine card. You may be seeing angel number 1010 or sequences and synchronicities like 101010. This is telling you, this is like the big archangel Gabriel coming out and blowing his horn. Rise up out of your slumber. You have something, and I think it has to do with your light. You're probably a light worker. You have something to share with the world. You have some sort of gift, some sort of way that can help other people. And I have a feeling if that resonates with you, you know what it is. And you're like, yeah, okay, that's cool. That's all the confirmation I needed. Now I can go out and do my thing. Cool. Great. Take it as it resonates, right? We aren't given gifts to hide them under a bushel. I don't know why that's coming out, but we aren't given gifts to like put them in a desk drawer. Okay. That was kind of random. We're giving them to shine, right? We have shine. We're right on here on this big old shining light. There's all this yellow out here, solar plexus. So yeah, there's a big confirmation that you have a gift to share. So do so. All right. And then we have 10 of Pentacles. So it also could be something that actually becomes a stream of income for you. It could be something that is monetized and creates an abundance for you. It doesn't have to be. 10 of Pentacles often speaks about legacy wealth, generational wealth. You see here we have an old man. We have these two kind of young people talking. And then we have a little kid over here. We have some dogs. It's like the kind of legacy you leave behind that takes care of your children's 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 children. I mean, for generations to come, they're going to know who you are. You might not meet them in this incarnation, but they're definitely going to know who you are because you're leaving this fantastic legacy for them. setting them up for success. I'm getting. And we have the death card right on top of that. And it's all because you went within and had to put something to death. I know that sounds terrible. Something had to die. And I have a feeling it had to do with that negative mindset, that like battlefield in your head. I'm hearing battlefield of the mind. That negative programming was hard work, but it had to die. You had to put it to death because you were transforming. You were becoming something else. You were becoming a new creation, and that was no longer part of your story. Ooh. Congratulations. So we have the Hierophant. So we have two major arcana back to back here. Very transformational. And the Hierophant can speak to many things. It could speak to spiritual growth. It could speak to like religion of some kind. It could speak to matrimony of some kind. It could also speak to like education, higher education. There's some sort of elevation here. It could also speak to like tradition. But I'm not getting that very heavily. The biggest thing I'm getting here is like... spiritual growth for number one, but I'm getting also that there could be somebody maybe getting proposed to. Take it as it resonates. Leave it if it doesn't. All right. And then our final oracle card is over on this side. This is really pretty. This one came out for Dwa Kul, which is, I'm not going to say it. I'm going to say it's awesome because, the Shambhala initiations, this card speaks of like Tibetan monks, and his representation in this card is as a Tibetan monk, right? And so it's kind of funny because he has this like grin on his face, like, I know something you don't. So also I'm getting like he looks proud. So he's proud of you. Okay, so it says here, retreating to recharge, trusting in the process, and Dharma. And lo and behold, his card says Dharma unfolding. So we definitely have a connection here. Let's see what it says. Gateway of Light Activation Oracle card by Kyle Gray. Shambhala, or Shambhala, also known as Shangri-La, is a city of light said to be hidden somewhere in the Himalayas near Tibet. City of light, we have more light going on. Lots of light out here. According to Theosophical teachings, this etheric retreat is where we can come into contact with some of the greatest spiritual adepts, enlightened teachers, and divine masters to ever walk the earth. In Buddhism and Hinduism, Shambhala is said to be the home of the god Shiva and the Buddhas, enlightened beings. Lord Shiva's out here too. Interesting. I can honestly say this is the first time that's ever happened. Both of these guys. And it says here... And in the Bon tradition, every year, thousands make a pilgrimage to Mount Kailash. I'm not sure how to say that. I apologize if I'm not saying it right. The supposed location of the hidden city, as this is said to bring good fortune. We can visit the etheric retreat of Shambhala during the dream state, astral travel, and meditation. If you feel it is calling you, or that the energies of this gateway seem familiar, you may have been there before. The Golden Temple of Shambhala sits in the heart of the Himalayas between the physical and non-physical, and is said to appear to seekers who are ready to expand their awareness. It is the sacred, energetic temple of all enlightened masters, particularly those who are connected to the Eastern traditions. They form a great galactic and universal council of elders who support the turning of the wheel of Dharma. Dharma is a Sanskrit word that relates to the unfolding of our life path. Beautiful. Okay. To connect with your hands in the prayer position, imagine yourself surrounded by golden light. Say, great masters and elders of Shambhala, thank you for helping me remember my Dharma so that I can have an enlightened awareness of the worlds. Your message: when things quieten down in your life, know that this isn't a failure, but an opportunity to retreat and recharge. In the busyness of the physical world, our spirit is often playing catch up with our body to the point that it gets used to being overactive and overworked. When the great masters of Shambhala come to you, they are encouraging you to take time to be away from the outer world and dive into the inner world. If you have been moving full speed ahead, this gateway encourages you to slow down and retreat. Take time to gather your energy. Spend time in meditation and reflection in order to gain a clearer awareness of your current situation. You will uncover many insights and gifts during this period. Realize that there is a master awakening within. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. It's a great message. All right, and this was clarified by the Eight of Cups. Apparently, there has been some sort of disappointment, something that was emotionally unfulfilling, and you're walking a new path, charting a new path, walking away from something that no longer serves you. And that's interesting because we were just talking about how, life, it can be so fast, right? We can get so swept up in everything that we have to be busy. Oh, I'm busy doing this. I'm busy doing that. Let me pencil you in 3 weeks from now for a coffee date, that kind of thing. Sometimes we can be too busy, you guys. And sometimes our body is like screaming at us to slow down. Our spirit might be saying, it's time to walk away from this over busy stuff, okay? And this could be a shocking realization. There could also be something that really shakes you to your core, to your foundation, and tears down this whole busy mindset, and makes you stop. And it could even be like, I don't know, a health-related thing that kind of forces you to slow down. I know it's happened to me before. I get a cold or a sinus infection or something, and everything kind of comes to a pause. It's like, no, I'm going to have to reschedule this stuff. I'm going to have to do more meditating. I'm going to have to take care of myself a little better. Sometimes it just, life happens, and sometimes it's like the divine intervention. The divine says, boom, stop it all. Stop everything. Tear it down. Got to do something a little different. This could also mean that there was a sudden and unexpected realization that you recently experienced. It doesn't necessarily have to be just about being busy all the time, slowing down, that sort of thing. It could be, just a regular traditional old tower. Followed by the Lovers. This could mean you had an unexpected I'm getting falling for somebody. See this? They're falling out of the towers. I'm getting your unexpected falling in love. Uh-oh. Like you weren't expecting that to happen. Like, how did this happen? How am I feeling this way for this person? But, sometimes there's divine interaction here. We got another big angel saying, okay, you and you partner up. It could also be talking about, balancing out, again, your divine masculine, divine feminine, that sort of stuff. Doesn't necessarily have to be about partnership and partnering up. And it could mean that if you are currently partnered up, that there might be some sort of shocking realization from your partner, or some sort of something unexpected happening. And then we have the King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles is somebody who is reliable, steadfast. If this is somebody who gives you advice, it's going to be the kind of advice you can take and you can trust it. You can bank on it, that kind of thing. This is somebody who probably has multiple streams of income, is very well off, is able to, take care of all their needs and help meet the needs of their families. This is like a fatherly type of person, and very nurturing, paternal energy. I'm getting like the Lord Shiva energy with that. And then we have Nine of Cups. So something is, I kind of get this masculine energy is sort of leveling up. I'm kind of getting there's like a level up happening. And also there's Knight of Cups, so there's emotional fulfillment happening to some degree. So perhaps this big like tower moment or shocking realization, unexpected thing that's happening, followed by the Lovers card, which tells me it's sort of happening in like your relationship space, 7th house type space, followed by King of Pentacles. There could be this leveling up, like maybe you're like, wait, what's he doing over there? How did he go from this to that? How, he's somehow the masculine is leveling up somehow. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to play out. Everybody's story is different, right? But there's going to be some emotional fulfillment as a result of it. Some happiness. And we have this huge cup of love. In fact, it's the biggest cup of love in the tarot deck, and it is divinely ordained. It's emotionally overflowing. We see all of this water pouring out of here. We see all of these, looks like tears. I'm seeing tears of happiness. This white dove makes me think there may actually be some sort of wedding ceremony or some sort of leveling up of the partnership of your current situation. So maybe there is some sort of, well, now we're boyfriend and girlfriend, but now I want you to be I recognize you as my soulmate. I'm going to level up, and I want to be your life partner, or I want to be your mate, spouse. I don't know, maybe there's some sort of marriage thing going on. I'm not sure exactly, but there's some sort of like newly defining thing happening in the relationship, and it's a huge level up. Looks like here the feminine is single, happy, and abundant, or could be if she wanted to be, or maybe you are single, happy, and abundant. It basically means that you have all of your needs are met. You can provide for yourself. You're not relying on other people. Your vineyards are ripe. Your harvest is ready. You have planted, all of your seeds are sown. You have planted all of these abundant things that are ready for harvest. You have fine clothing. You're well taken care of. All of your needs are met. You have want for nothing. Five of Swords is here. Five of Swords is like, there's no need for fighting. I don't know if somebody was arguing or if there was some sort of like nitpicking happening, or maybe like nagging, or just somebody being argumentative, or somebody sort of feeling like they're kind of starting to pick a fight or trying to pick a fight, and you walked away from that. That's good. There shouldn't be any sort of quarreling or fighting, kind of arguing kind of stuff. There's nobody here fighting with this guy, right? He's kind of like trying to start a fight, and they're all like, oh, I'm out of here. So if anybody's fighting and arguing, they're fighting with themselves. So just let them have their space and like, let them figure it out. Just don't participate. Don't get involved in that. And perhaps this part of this level up had to do with relationships in the past. Somebody here had maybe 3 relationships in the past that were failed relationships, completely emotionally unfulfilling. All of these cups are empty. They have this huge disappointed look on their face. They're kind of like, ugh, what the heck? You know, what did I do wrong? So I'm hearing this like, what did I do wrong? Sort of like this another one of those internal things about beating themselves up in the headspace, thinking they did something wrong. I should have did this differently. I'm hearing a lot of like self-blaming themselves for this. Blaming themselves for these failed relationships. But here we have the hand of the divine coming out of nowhere saying, look, man, turn your head to the right. Look over here. Got something for you. It's not like these other relationships that were failed in the past. This is a divine connection. This is something different, totally different, something you've never experienced before. So whoever was in this energy, I feel like they are having some sort of a realization moment where they're able to understand all of this down here. Maybe they did some sort of deep dive, like an internal reflection, like what happened for this relationship? What happened for that one? What happened for that one? And they sort of like took this inventory. They started to realize that they were not solely the problem. Yes, every relationship has 2 people, right? So there's gonna be some blame, but not all the blame. So this person they came to this realization where it was not all 100% their fault. So they were not all totally to blame. So I feel like they kind of struggled with like the self-defeatist attitude, not being good enough. Maybe, man, they took a hit to their self-esteem. That's for damn sure. Whew. Okay. So this is something big is happening here. There's a huge realization. This person finally turned their head to the side, sees this cup and says, whoa, this one is different. This one is sent from the divine. This one was sent from the universe. This one was not an accident. There could be a realization of past lives together kind of thing, you guys. This is like a big deal. Yeah, interesting. Oh my gosh. And we have another Hierophant. That's 2 Hierophants, you guys. So I'm pretty good. I'm getting this person. This This person wants to marry you. I don't know, whoever this is resonating with, don't shoot the messenger, okay? And you know, oh my gosh, wow, cool. Look at this face. Look at this face. I said what I said. There's two of them out here, two Hierophants. It's like I'm looking at him going, well, why would we have two? I said what I said. Well, somebody wants to marry somebody. Okay. Maybe they want to propose. Maybe somebody's going to get proposed to. I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens. But it's, they're feeling somebody had this huge realization that this person they're with, or maybe it's a new budding relationship and it's going to start, go accelerating a little quickly. But yeah, they realize that this is a divine connection, that this is not like any other relationship they're ever going to have. This connection with this other person is not duplicated. You're not going to be able to go find this somewhere else. This is a once in a lifetime divine union. So yeah, we got two Hierophants. Man, there's a lot of like internal soul growth happening. There's a lot of cosmic influence. There's a lot of divine influence. This is like big, guys, big energy. All right, I'm going to cut this off here at video number 2. I'm going to go to video number 3. I know I've never done a third video, but I do feel it's important to talk about these little piles down here. And these little piles, I asked each one of these Ascended Masters and Archangels, what were the additional messages? Did they have any additional messages? Did they have any other wisdom or words of advice they have for the collective, for their best and highest good? And they did. So let's separate this out. We'll do a third video. If you're interested in watching that, please tune into the third video. If you're done here, thank you for hanging in there. Love and light. Take care.